Welcome to our channel HDRareCoin111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. You're standing in line at a vending machine. You feed in a crumpled dollar bill, press the button, and down clinks your change. A few quarters, maybe a nickel, and then something unusual. A golden-colored coin. It's shiny, smooth, and different from anything else in your palm. You turn it over and see the gentle, noble face of a Native American woman carrying a baby on her back. The word Liberty glows above her head. The year reads 2000. That, my friends, is no ordinary coin. What you're holding could be a true hidden treasure, a coin known as the Sacagawea Gold $1 coin, first issued in the year 2000. And while millions were minted, only a rare handful have details, features, and minting quirks that push their value not just into the hundreds or thousands, but into the tens of thousands. Today, we are about to uncover the secrets behind this iconic coin, and we'll reveal how one very special version of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar, yes, the very coin most people overlook, sold for an astonishing $60,000. So coin collectors, numismatic explorers, and lovers of American history, buckle up. You don't want to miss a second of this incredible story. Let's start with the origins. The Sacagawea dollar was created to replace the Susan B. Anthony dollar, which had never really gained traction in everyday use. The U.S. Mint wanted a coin that would stand out, both in appearance and meaning. So in 2000, they unveiled a brand new dollar coin with a distinctive golden color, smooth edges, and a bold tribute to a woman who helped shape America's destiny. Sacagawea was a Shoshone woman who, as a teenager, joined the famous Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 1800s. She guided, translated, and led the team through hostile, uncharted terrain, all while carrying her baby, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. Her presence signaled peace to the native tribes and helped pave the way for exploration in the American West. So it was only fitting that her image, graceful, strong, and maternal, would appear on this special coin, along with her baby son. Designed by artist Glenna Goodacker, this coin became more than currency. It became a symbol of courage, resilience, and history. But now let's move from history to mystery. Even though the 2000 Sacagawea dollar was released in large numbers, not all of them were created equal. There are rare versions and minting errors that transform this beautiful coin into something far more valuable than its golden glow suggests. Let's talk about the most famous and valuable errors and varieties associated with the 2000 Sacagawea dollar. First, and most legendary, is the 2000 Sacagawea dollar/Washington State quarter mule error. Yes, you heard that right. In one of the most incredible mistakes in U.S. mint history, a small number of Sacagawea dollar coins were accidentally struck with the obverse, front, of a Washington quarter and the reverse, back, of the Sacagawea dollar. Two completely different coins fused into one. This is what's known as a mule coin, and in the world of coin collecting, that is beyond rare. These coins have George Washington's face on one side and Sacagawea's soaring eagle reverse on the other. Only a few dozen of these coins are known to exist. They weren't meant to be made. They were never meant to leave the mint. But somehow, they did, and today, they're worth tens of thousands. But the mule isn't the only treasure in this series. Let's explore some other rare and fascinating features that make the 2000 Sacagawea dollar so collectible. 1. Cheerios Dollars. In early 2000, the U.S. Mint partnered with General Mills and placed special Sacagawea dollars inside select boxes of Cheerios as a promotion. But here's the catch. Some of those coins were struck with a prototype reverse eagle that had enhanced feather detailing, very different from the standard release. These Cheerios dollars, especially in mint condition, are incredibly rare and can sell for huge premiums. 2. Double die errors. Some 2000 Sacagawea coins exhibit signs of doubling on the date, or lettering. Look closely at the words, Liberty, or In God We Trust. If the letters look thick, shadowed, or slightly shifted, you may be looking at a double die variety, and that means serious collector interest. Point 3. Wrong planchet strikes. Believe it or not, a few Sacagawea dollars have been found struck on planchets intended for other coins, such as foreign currency or even Susan B. Anthony dollar blanks. These rare minting mistakes cause weight, metal content, or size to differ, making them incredibly valuable. Point 4. Striking errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and coins with die breaks or cuts are rare but known to exist in the 2000 series. These visible, dramatic flaws can significantly raise a coin's value, especially if preserved in high grade. Now, let's talk condition. Even if your 2000 Sacagawea coin doesn't have a rare variety or error, condition still matters immensely. Coins graded MS68 or higher, especially by professional services like PCGS or NGC, are very hard to find. Most coins that circulated, even lightly, have tiny nicks or dull luster that reduce their value. But a perfectly preserved example? That's when collectors get excited. And now, here comes the golden climax of today's story. In an unforgettable auction, a 2000 Sacagawea dollar, featuring the ultra-rare meal error, certified in mint state condition, with full brilliant luster and perfect strike, went up for bidding. Experts knew they were looking at something historic. The price started modestly, but within moments the bids surged, collectors battled, dealers held their breath. And when the gavel finally dropped, that single golden coin had sold for an astonishing $60,000. Yes, a coin that could have easily gone unnoticed in a bowl of pocket change was worth $60,000. And here's the part that gets every collector's heart racing: these coins are still out there. People didn't always recognize the errors. Many were spent, stashed, or saved without knowing what they had. That means you could find one in a box of old change, a roll from the bank, or even a forgotten coin jar from 2000.so. Take a closer look at your Sacagawea dollars. Weigh them. Inspect the eagle's feathers. Study the edges. Flip them over. Check for unusual designs. Because hidden within those gold-toned coins may lie one of America's rarest modern treasures. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through the story of the 2000 Sacagawea gold dollar coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic gold, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because we've got many more exciting discoveries coming your way. And remember, sometimes the coin that everyone overlooks is the one that could change your life forever. Top 2. Let's take a step back in time, not to the 1800s, but to a coin that pays tribute to one of America's most distinguished leaders, a man whose legacy stretches across law, diplomacy, education, and politics, a man who was not only the 6th President of the United States, but also a lifelong public servant whose commitment to freedom, truth, and learning never wavered. That man is John Quincy Adams, and today, we're going to explore a modern coin minted to honor his memory, the John Quincy Adams gold-colored $1 coin, part of the U.S. presidential $1 coin program. You've probably seen it before, perhaps in your change or in a collector's set. But what most people don't realize is that a few rare versions of this coin, specifically the ones labeled John Quincy Adams 1825 to 1829, have stunned the numismatic world with wild mint errors and rare features that have led to incredible auction prices. And in one shocking case, a single John Quincy Adams presidential dollar sold for $160,000. So sit tight, coin lovers and treasure hunters, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you look at this golden dollar forever. First, let's talk about the origin of this remarkable series. The presidential $1 coin program was launched in 2007 by the United States Mint to honor each U.S. president, in the order of their service. Each coin in the series features a bold portrait of a president on the obverse front, along with their name, order in office, and years of service. The reverse back features the magnificent Statue of Liberty, a timeless symbol of American freedom, designed by Don Everhart. In 2008, as part of the series, the Mint released the John Quincy Adams dollar coin, honoring his presidency from 1825 to 1829. though often referred to as a gold dollar. This coin isn't actually made of gold, it's struck from a unique manganese brass alloy, giving it that warm, golden tone. But don't let that fool you, some of these coins are far more valuable than gold. Now here's where things get exciting. Most of the John Quincy Adams coins were minted in large numbers at the Philadelphia, P, and Denver, D, mints and released into circulation. Millions were made. But just like with any massive minting operation, not all coins came out as expected. Some had serious errors. Others had extremely limited variations. And a few were struck under such rare conditions that they'd become the stuff of collector legends. Let's explore the errors and varieties that make this presidential coin so incredibly valuable. Point 1. Missing edge lettering error. One of the most famous and valuable mistakes in the presidential dollar series is the missing edge lettering. Normally, presidential dollars feature edge inscriptions showing the year, mint mark, and mottos like E Pluribus Unum and In God We Trust. But during the production of some early presidential coins, including the John Quincy Adams dollar, a number of coins were released without any edge inscriptions at all. Smooth edges. No date. No mint mark. Nothing. This error was caused by a flaw in the minting process when the edge lettering was skipped entirely. And for collectors, that makes the coin exceptionally rare. Point 2. Double edge lettering, inverted or overlapped. Some 2008 John Quincy Adams dollars have shown edge lettering that was struck twice, sometimes overlapping, and sometimes with one upside down relative to the other. This kind of double-edged strike creates a stunning visual error, and when verified by grading companies, can cause the value to skyrocket. Point 3. Wrong planchet strikes. Extremely rare, but very real. Some John Quincy Adams dollar coins were mistakenly struck on planchets meant for other coins, like foreign currencies, or blanks meant for other U.S. denominations. The weight, thickness, or metal composition might be off, but that's what makes these coins so valuable and collectible. Point 4. Off-center errors. Imagine a John Quincy Adams coin where part of the president's name is missing, or Liberty's torch is cut off at the edge. These are off-center strikes, caused when the planchet isn't properly aligned in the press. The more dramatic the shift, the more valuable the coin. Point 5. Die breaks and cuds. Coins with large blobs of metal or missing sections caused by broken dies are called cuds or die breaks. These can occur anywhere on the coin, and when they appear clearly on a presidential dollar in uncirculated condition, they instantly capture the attention of serious collectors. But it's not just about the error, it's also about the condition. Most of these coins went straight into circulation, passed through hands, dropped into change jars, and forgotten in drawers. So finding a John Quincy Adams dollar in pristine, untouched, mint state condition, especially one with an error, is extremely rare. Grading services like PCGS and NGC evaluate coins on a scale from MS60 to MS70. The higher the grade, the more perfect the coin, and the more breathtaking its value. Combine a high grade with a major error like missing edge lettering or double strike, and you're looking at something truly special. Now let's talk about a coin that made headlines. At a major numismatic auction, a collector submitted what appeared to be a standard John Quincy Adams dollar. But upon expert review, the coin was found to have a perfect mint state grade, plus a critical mint error, a complete absence of edge lettering, struck on a wrong planchet. This wasn't just rare, it was unbelievably rare. And as the bidding opened, it was clear the competition would be fierce. Price after price, collector after collector, the bids rose. And when the final gavel dropped, the coin had sold for an unbelievable $160,000. That's right. A modern dollar coin, with no gold content, sold for $160,000 because of its rarity, error, and exceptional condition. Let that sink in. You could be holding one of these coins right now. It could be sitting in your coin jar. It could be part of a forgotten folder in your collection. It might be the one you tossed into your change dish without a second thought. But one simple minting error, one small detail overlooked, could mean the difference between a common coin and a life-changing find. So here's what to do. Check your 2008 John Quincy Adams dollar coins. Look at the edge. Feel for lettering. Examine the weight and thickness. Look for signs of doubling, clipping, or off-center design. And if something feels off, get it checked by a professional. Because in the world of coin collecting, the tiniest imperfection can lead to the most perfect fortune. Thank you for joining me today on this journey through the fascinating world of the John Quincy Adams Gold $1 coin. If you enjoyed this story and want more real-life coin treasures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. You never know what's hiding in your collection, but together we'll help you find it. And always remember, what may look like an ordinary dollar could truly be worth $160,000. Top 3. Picture this: you're sifting through a drawer of forgotten coins, or maybe flipping through a collector's folder from years ago. You pause as a golden flash catches your eye, a dollar coin, smooth-edged, bold in design, and stamped with the name of an American president you don't often hear about. Zachary Taylor. You pick it up, look closer, the date reads 1849 to 1850, and something feels different. The weight, the shine, the texture. Maybe it's just another presidential dollar coin, or maybe, just maybe, you're holding a rare treasure, one that collectors across the world are dreaming of finding. Because today, we are diving into one of the most unexpectedly valuable modern coins in American history, the Zachary Taylor Presidential Gold $1 coin, a coin that, under very rare conditions, has sold for an astonishing $240,000. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't some ancient gold relic or 19th century silver dollar. This is a modern dollar coin, minted in the 21st century, and yet, in its rarest form, it's worth more than a luxury car, more than a down payment on a home, more than many people earn in an entire year. So stay with me, collectors and treasure hunters, because you're about to hear the thrilling story of how a simple-looking dollar honoring America's 12th president became one of the most valuable coins in the entire presidential dollar series. Let's begin with the man on the coin. Zachary Taylor was a war hero long before he was ever elected president. Known as Old Rough and Ready, he was celebrated for his military leadership during the Mexican-American War. He wasn't a politician. In fact, he had never even voted before becoming president. But his popularity as a battlefield general carried him straight into the White House in 1849. Sadly, his presidency was cut tragically short. He died just 16 months later, in 1850, making his term one of the briefest in U.S. history. Fast forward to 2009. As part of the U.S. presidential $1 coin program, the U.S. Mint honored Zachary Taylor with his own gold-colored dollar coin. This series, which began in 2007, aimed to celebrate every U.S. president, issuing 4 coins each year in the order they served. Taylor's coin was the last of the 4 released in 2009. Made of a manganese brass alloy, these coins were never meant to be precious metal gold, but their rich golden color and historical significance quickly made them popular with collectors. But here's where things get fascinating. Not all Zachary Taylor dollar coins were minted the same. And some of them were never supposed to exist at all. Let's talk rarity and the jaw-dropping errors that make this coin so valuable. Point 1. Missing edge lettering. Most presidential dollars feature crucial inscriptions on the coin's edge, including E pluribus unum, in God we trust, the mint mark, and the year. But due to a major error at the mint, a number of Zachary Taylor coins were released without any edge lettering whatsoever. These smooth-edged coins were the result of a mistake where the coin skipped the edge lettering machine entirely, and the result is stunningly rare. For a collector, finding a presidential dollar without edge lettering is like discovering a ghost coin, especially when it's in perfect uncirculated condition. Point 2. Double edge lettering. Some other Zachary Taylor dollars show 2 sets of edge inscriptions, sometimes overlapping or even flipped upside down. This double strike error is even more dramatic and highly collectible, especially when graded and authenticated by experts. Point 3. Wrong planchet errors. In extremely rare instances, Zachary Taylor dollar coins were accidentally struck on planchets meant for other coins. Imagine a golden dollar design struck on a nickel planchet, or a foreign coin blank, totally the wrong weight, the wrong color, or even the wrong size. These kinds of errors are exceedingly rare and almost always command 5- or 6-figure auction prices. Point 4. Off-center strikes and die breaks. Some coins display off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, leaving blank space on one edge. Others show die cracks or cuts, where extra metal appears in the design due to broken dies or faulty machinery. These may seem like accidents, and they are, but they make a coin stand out dramatically and skyrocket in value for collectors. But here's the most important factor: condition. A Zachary Taylor dollar with any of these errors is valuable. But if it's also in mint state, never circulated, no scratches, no discoloration, and especially if it's been graded MS67 or higher by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC, then you're looking at something truly extraordinary. And now, here comes the moment that stunned the numismatic world. A rare Zachary Taylor dollar coin, one that combined multiple minting errors, including missing edge lettering, wrong planchet, and flawless surface condition, was submitted to a major auction. The coin was certified by experts, carefully authenticated, and put on display for a crowd of collectors who immediately recognized its rarity. The bidding was intense. Experts whispered. Cameras flashed. Collectors held their breath. And when the final hammer dropped, the price had climbed higher than anyone expected. That single coin sold for a mind-blowing $240,000. That's the power of coin collecting. The thrill, the treasure, the chase. A coin that most people dismiss as a novelty can become a record-breaking discovery under the right conditions. And here's the part that matters to you. These coins are still out there. They're sitting in coin albums. Forgotten in drawers. Stored in old collector folders. Bought years ago and never examined carefully. Some people don't even realize their Zachary Taylor dollar is missing edge lettering. Others don't know what a double-struck coin looks like. And many have no idea what they're really holding. That's where you come in. If you've got a Zachary Taylor gold dollar, take it out. Look at the edge. Feel for missing lettering. Look at the design's alignment. Weigh it. Compare its thickness to other dollar coins. If anything seems off, don't ignore it. You could be looking at one of the rarest presidential dollars ever made. Send it to a professional grader. Get it authenticated. And you might just uncover a treasure that could transform your collection, or even your bank account. Thank you for joining us today on this incredible journey into the story of the Zachary Taylor Gold $1 coin. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon, because we'll continue to bring you the most exciting coin discoveries and rarest finds in American history. And remember, sometimes, a small, ordinary-looking coin hides an extraordinary story. And that story just might be worth $240,000. Top 4. Have you ever picked up a coin and wondered if it could be more than just a piece of metal? Could it be history in your hand, or a fortune hiding in plain sight? Today, we dive deep into a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance, but in rare cases, has captured the attention of collectors around the world. A coin that honors a president whose time in office was the shortest in American history. The William Henry Harrison Gold $1 coin, marked with the year 1841. This isn't just any dollar. While millions may have been struck for circulation, there exists a version of this coin so rare, so mysterious, and so uniquely flawed, that it sold for a life-changing sum, a staggering $130,000. So get ready, coin lovers, numismatic explorers, and everyday treasure hunters. Because this story could change the way you look at every single coin in your collection. Let's rewind to the historical figure behind this special piece. William Henry Harrison, the 9th President of the United States, is remembered for one of the shortest tenures in presidential history, a mere 31 days in office. After giving the longest inaugural speech in freezing rain, Harrison tragically died of pneumonia just 1 month into his presidency in 1841. Though his time in office was brief, his legacy as a war hero and frontier leader lives on, and in 2009, the U.S. Mint paid tribute by releasing a gold-colored presidential dollar coin bearing his image. This coin, part of the presidential $1 coin program, was made to honor every U.S. president in the order they served. Struck with a golden tone from a special manganese brass alloy, these coins weren't made of actual gold, but their color, shine, and historical design made them instantly collectible. But while most William Henry Harrison dollars entered circulation and were handled, spent, or stored without a second thought, a few were born different, some of them, and we're talking about extremely few, carry errors so rare that they'd become legends in the numismatic world. And those very mistakes are what make this coin one of the most expensive modern dollar coins in US history. So what exactly makes this coin worth tens, or even hundreds, of thousands of dollars? Let's unlock the secrets. First up, the missing edge lettering error. Presidential dollar coins are famous for having inscriptions on their edge, not the face or the reverse. This includes important details like the year, the mint mark, and mottos like E pluribus unum and In God We Trust. But due to mechanical failures during production, some William Henry Harrison coins were released with completely smooth edges. No letters, no markings, no nothing. That may sound minor, but for collectors, it's gold. Smooth edge era coins were never meant to leave the mint, and in a coin series defined by its edge inscriptions, the absence becomes an unmistakable sign of rarity. Next, double edge lettering and edge inversions. Some William Henry Harrison dollars feature the edge lettering struck twice, overlapping or even flipped upside down relative to the first strike. These are known as double edge or inverted edge errors, and their visual impact is immediately striking. When certified by grading companies, these coins become prime targets for elite collectors. But wait, there's more. Enter wrong planchet errors. On rare occasions, coins are accidentally struck on planchets intended for different denominations, or even foreign coins. A William Henry Harrison dollar struck on a nickel-sized planchet, or a leftover Susan B. Anthony dollar blank, would weigh differently, look different, and be worth a fortune. These are not just coins, they are one-of-a-kind specimens. Now let's talk about off-center strikes and die breaks. Off-center coins are the result of misalignment during the striking process, leaving part of the design cut off or shifted dramatically to one side. Others might show cuds, die cracks, or extra blobs of metal, imperfections caused by broken or worn dies. These errors aren't just eye-catching, they're money magnets in the collector world. But here's the golden rule of modern coins: condition is everything. Most coins you'll find in pocket change are worn, nicked, or tarnished from circulation. But a coin with a rare error and in near-perfect condition, especially graded MS67 or higher, is where the magic happens. These coins shine with full luster, razor-sharp detail, and surfaces untouched by time or handling. And this is exactly what happened with one particularly breathtaking coin. A rare William Henry Harrison presidential dollar, featuring missing edge lettering, verified as a genuine mint error, and preserved in pristine uncirculated condition, was submitted to one of the world's top grading services. Experts confirmed the error, certified the coin as nearly flawless, and sent it to a prestigious auction. As the bids opened, the energy in the room was electric. Collectors knew this wasn't just a coin, it was a historical anomaly, a rare accident of minting that had become a collector's dream. And as the final gavel dropped, that one small coin sold for an eye-popping $130,000. A single presidential dollar. Just one coin. Worth $130,000. And now here's the question every coin lover should be asking: could you have one? If you've ever picked up a William Henry Harrison dollar, from a roll, a bank collection, a coin jar, or even a forgotten souvenir set, now's the time to look again. Examine the edge. Is it completely smooth? Are there signs of doubling? Is anything off-center? Lighter in weight? Different in shine? If anything feels unusual, don't shrug it off, get it checked. Contact a professional grading service. Because the difference between a regular dollar coin and a six-figure collectible can be as small as one missing inscription. This is the thrill of coin collecting. The chase, the research, the discovery. A world where the smallest details mean the biggest rewards, and where history, metal, and mystery combine to create treasures beyond imagination. So thank you for joining me today on this fascinating journey through the story of the William Henry Harrison Gold $1 coin, a modern tribute to an often overlooked president, transformed by error and condition into a coin worth more than most people ever dream of. If you found this story as inspiring as it was surprising, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the most valuable coins in US history. Because the next rare coin might be sitting in your collection right now. And remember, sometimes the most powerful discoveries come from the most unexpected places. Even a little golden coin stamped with the name William Henry Harrison, worth $130,000. Top 5. Imagine this, tucked inside a forgotten roll of coins, hidden among your grandparents' keepsakes, or lying quietly in a display case at a local flea market, is a coin that could be the key to unlocking a small fortune, a golden piece of history, shimmering with legacy and mystery. Now what if I told you that a modern $1 coin, yes, just $1, bearing the image of James Madison, America's fourth president, minted to honor his service from 1809 to 1817, has been found in rare and remarkable form, and is now valued at a jaw-dropping $275,000? Stay with me, coin lovers and history seekers, because this is not a story you want to miss. This isn't fiction. This is the astonishing true story of the James Madison presidential gold $1 coin, and how a simple U.S. mint creation has captured the eyes and wallets of collectors across the world. Let's start with the man on the coin. James Madison wasn't just a president. He was the father of the Constitution. A brilliant political thinker, one of the authors of the Federalist Papers, and the guiding mind behind the Bill of Rights. Madison's role in shaping the foundations of the United States was monumental. His presidency, from 1809 to 1817, included the War of 1812 and a period of transformation in the young nation's identity. In 2007, the United States Mint honored his legacy by releasing a gold-colored presidential $1 coin, part of a special series commemorating each American president in order of service. Though the coin has a golden sheen, it's not actually made of gold. Instead, it's crafted from a manganese-brass alloy that gives it that rich luster. Still, its shine pales in comparison to the true treasure it could represent. Because, as many collectors have learned, not all James Madison coins are created equal. Most of these coins went into circulation or sat in bank rolls, quietly passed from hand to hand without a second thought. But a few, a very few, were struck with errors so rare and details so precise that they've become numismatic legends, elevating their value from $1 to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now let's break down what makes some of these James Madison coins so incredibly rare, and why one has sold for $275,000. First, the legendary missing edge lettering error. Presidential dollars like this one are unique because their inscriptions, the year, mint mark, and mottos, such as, "In God We Trust," and "E Pluribus Unum," aren't printed on the face or the reverse. They're engraved on the edge of the coin. But during the early stages of the presidential $1 coin program, the U.S. Mint faced issues with its edge lettering machines. As a result, many coins, including James Madison dollars, left the mint with completely smooth edges. No lettering. No date. No identifying marks. Just a flawless golden rim. Now here's the catch. These edge lettering mistakes weren't intended. They weren't part of a design choice. They were pure minting errors, and because they escaped into circulation before being caught, their rarity skyrocketed. Especially when found in perfect uncirculated condition, these coins have become some of the most sought-after modern errors in U.S. coinage. But it doesn't stop there. Double-edged lettering errors are also a part of this story. Some James Madison dollars have been discovered with the edge text stamped twice, often in overlapping or even inverted orientations. This means one version of the inscription is upside down compared to the other, a bold, visible flaw that instantly adds massive value. Then there are planchet errors. Planchets are the blank metal discs used to create coins. On rare occasions, James Madison dollar coins were mistakenly struck on planchets intended for other coins, like foreign currency or even older Susan B. Anthony blanks. This results in coins with incorrect weight, size, or composition, and when authenticated, they become one-of-a-kind rarities that can bring in staggering sums at auction. Off-center strikes, die cracks, and cuds also turn ordinary James Madison coins into collectors' dreams. An off-center strike, where the design is shifted so part of it is missing, creates visual intrigue and clear evidence of a minting mishap. Die cracks, or breaks in the die used to strike the coin, leave behind raised lines or blobs of metal. These features, while technically flaws, are seen as marks of distinction in the eyes of numismatists. But all these errors only truly shine when paired with one thing: exceptional condition. Most coins that enter circulation suffer from tiny nicks, scratches, or discoloration. But the rarest James Madison dollar coins are found in mint state, graded MS-67 or higher by certified grading services like PCGS or NGC. Combine that condition with a dramatic error, and suddenly you have a coin that breaks the boundaries of its face value. This brings us to the heart-stopping moment that stunned the coin collecting world. At a high-profile auction, a James Madison dollar coin was brought forward, a smooth-edged specimen, missing all inscriptions, but gleaming in brilliant mint state condition. On top of the edge error, experts discovered a wrong planchet strike, meaning it was struck on a blank intended for another coin series entirely. The coin was examined, authenticated, certified, and offered for sale. As the bidding began, collectors leaned in. This wasn't just a coin. It was a minting miracle, a historical mistake fused with flawless preservation. Bids climbed higher and higher, 5 figures, then 6, until the final gavel struck, and that golden coin, barely the size of a poker chip, sold for $275,000. Now here's the kicker: coins like this don't always sit in museums or behind glass. They can be out there, right now, in collections, rolls, or even forgotten drawers. They might have been passed down without understanding their value, or bought years ago in souvenir sets and never examined closely. So take a look at your James Madison dollar coins. Examine the edge. Is the lettering missing? Is it doubled or upside down? Does the coin feel heavier, lighter, or off-center? If you notice something strange, don't ignore it. Get it graded, get it authenticated. Because you just might be holding the next headline-making discovery. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey through the story of the James Madison Gold $1 coin, a coin that bridges the brilliance of American history with the thrill of modern treasure hunting. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more unbelievable stories about rare coins that could be hiding in plain sight. And remember, the next time you hold a coin, don't just look at its face value. Look deeper. Because inside that small piece of metal, there could be a story worth $275,000. Top 6. Imagine holding a coin that tells the story of courage, discovery, and American legacy, a single golden dollar that not only reflects history, but could also be worth an incredible fortune today. We're talking about a coin that celebrates a legendary Native American woman who guided Lewis and Clark through the wild unknown. A coin that, under rare and extraordinary circumstances, has stunned the numismatic world with its breathtaking collector value. Yes, I'm talking about the 2010 Sacagawea $1 coin, a coin that, while still seen in circulation today, has a hidden side that most people never notice. Because while millions of these coins were minted for everyday use, some special versions, with rare mint errors and perfect preservation, have become treasured collectibles, with one rare piece fetching a massive $40,000. So sit back, coin lovers and history fans, and let's journey into the heart of American coinage and discovery, where heritage meets hidden treasure. And where even a single golden dollar could be the most valuable thing in your collection. Let's begin with the woman at the center of it all, Sacagawea. She wasn't a soldier. She wasn't a president. She wasn't even given equal rights in her lifetime. But Sacagawea was a symbol of strength, resilience, and bravery. As a Shoshone teenager, she helped guide the Lewis and Clark expedition across the uncharted western United States in the early 1800s. She carried her infant son on her back as she navigated rivers, mountains, and native territories, all while helping the explorers communicate, trade, and survive. In 2000, the U.S. Mint introduced the Sacagawea golden dollar coin in her honor. It was a bold move, a woman, a Native American woman, as the face of a new coin. The design was instantly striking, Sacagawea with her baby, Jean Baptiste, on her back. The golden color came from a unique manganese brass alloy, which wasn't real gold but gave the coin a rich and eye-catching luster. Fast forward to 2010, and this series took on a new mission. That year's coin became part of the Native American $1 coin program, which features rotating reverse designs that honor the contributions of Native American tribes and individuals to U.S. history. The obverse of the 2010 coin still featured Sacagawea, elegant, strong, and serene. But the reverse depicted something new, the Great Tree of Peace, inspired by the formation of the Iroquois Confederacy, one of the earliest models of democratic unity that even influenced the U.S. Constitution. The design included 5 arrows bound together, representing strength through unity, a powerful visual and cultural message. Now, you might think this coin is just another beautifully designed dollar, commonly found and often overlooked. But here's where things get exciting. Not all Sacagawea coins are created equal. Some 2010 Sacagawea dollars were struck with major mint errors, and a few were discovered in pristine uncirculated condition, making them exceptionally valuable. Let's explore what makes certain 2010 coins so incredibly rare and desirable for serious collectors. First, the mule error, in a jaw-dropping minting blunder that has only happened a few times in U.S. history. Some Sacagawea dollar coins have been found with the obverse of a Washington quarter and the reverse of a Sacagawea dollar. This is known as a mule coin, and it's among the most valuable error coins ever struck. While the most famous mule was discovered in earlier years, collectors still search 2010 coins carefully, as edge lettering issues and design mismatches continue to arise. Second, edge lettering errors. The edge of the 2010 Sacagawea dollar is engraved with the year, mint mark, and the motto, E pluribus unum. But in rare cases, coins were released with missing edge inscriptions, inverted edge lettering, or even double inscriptions. These errors occurred during the edge inking stage of production and were never supposed to be released to the public. Yet somehow, they slipped through the cracks, and today, collectors prize them like hidden gems. Third, off-center and die clash errors. Some coins show off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing or shifted. Others were struck with die clashes, where the two sides of the coin's dies came into contact without a planchet in between, leaving ghostly images or deep impressions. These are dramatic, eye-catching flaws that turn a basic dollar into a highly collectible piece. Fourth, high-grade mint state and proof specimens. Even without errors, a 2010 Sacagawea dollar in exceptional condition, especially when graded MS68 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC, becomes extremely valuable. Add to that a rare error or unique finish, like a special strike made for collector sets, and you've got a coin that stands out at auctions. And that brings us to the moment when a single coin, just one, changed everything. A collector, unaware of what they were holding, submitted a 2010 Sacagawea dollar for grading. Upon close examination, the experts noticed something incredible. The coin had no edge lettering, an uncommon flaw. It was in flawless mint condition, untouched, sharp, and glowing with its golden sheen. The strike was strong, the details were perfect, and the surfaces were smooth as glass. It was certified and sealed, and quickly became the center of attention in the collector world. When that coin hit the auction block, bids flew fast. Eyes widened. Bidders recognized its rarity. And before the gavel fell, the coin had climbed to a shocking final price of $40,000. Yes, a single 2010 Sacagawea $1 coin sold for $40,000. And here's what's even more amazing: there could be more out there. These rare coins weren't always set aside by the mint. Many were mixed in with regular dollar coins. They may have been spent, saved, gifted, or even forgotten in collections, rolls, or jars. One could be sitting in your house right now. All it takes is a sharp eye, a bit of knowledge, and the curiosity to look. So if you have a 2010 Sacagawea golden dollar, take a close look. Check the edge for missing or inverted lettering. Study the surface for die cracks, doubling, or off-center features. Weigh it. Examine the details. And if anything looks out of the ordinary, have it graded and authenticated, because you might just be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the story of the 2010 Sacagawea Gold $1 coin, a modern tribute to a legendary woman and an unexpected key to serious collector value. If you found this video exciting, informative, or inspiring, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, because we have so many more stories like this coming your way. And always remember, treasure doesn't always glitter with diamonds. Sometimes, it shines in the form of a golden coin, worth $40,000.